So I've got a few things. First, we need to talk about the judges. Now, we have 3 pros that are judging all of these films, and they have worked with Netflix, Disney Plus, Marvel. Yeah, we're talking big guns. And they've also done a lot of reality TV, and most notably Love Island. So that's always exciting. So they've done it all. They know what they're doing, and they have judged all of these, and we will get to see those results at the end. I'll just remind you about these beautiful trophies that are to be won. The next thing is, have you forgotten about the People's Choice? Good, because you shouldn't have. But if you don't know how to vote, if you don't have a phone, if it's not working, side note, you'll have to scroll in. You know, you got to do that. You got to really scroll in to get the thing to work, to then get the thing to go to you that has the stuff that you press, okay? So make sure you do that. Now, if you don't have a phone, you have white shirts. They've got the Best Shot logo on. Go find one of them, and they are going to help you vote. Best idea is to write who you want to vote for on your program. And if you don't have a pen, a lot of troubleshooting. If you don't have a pen, then you need to go to a troll, ask the troll. He will ask you questions 3, and then you will eventually get to cast your vote. There might be pens out the front, or Trent's got a pen or 2, steal one, find someone, beg for a pen, get one, write down, okay? So we know how to vote. We're all going to vote. Excellent. We've done that. We've done with the thing and the stuff. There's no business like show business like no business I know. It's exciting. We have 7 more films to go. And we have, after 3, we find out who has won the student films. Okay, so it's getting really exciting. We're really getting there. Let's start with the next batch of films. Hit it, please. Let's go. Clap. Whoop, woo!
This is Bill. Bill is the caretaker of this garden. He waters the plants, clears the pathways, This is Bill. Bill is the caretaker of this garden. He waters the plants, clears the pathways, and fixes things that often don't need fixing. But on one particular day, Bill stumbled upon something unusual, something that didn't belong, hidden away in an unusual place. It was an egg. This egg felt different, special, and Bill wondered, what would this egg be when it finally hatched? To Bill, it was more than an egg. To everyone else, only a shell. Bill wanted them to see it the way he did. Did you know there are 2 parts of the human body everyone recognizes first? The eyes, the first thing a baby learns to follow. Circles and dots that trick the brain into saying, alive. Eyes mean awareness, connection. And the mouth, a single curve that turns a shell into a face. And so, at last, Bill gave his egg a face. A face that could finally look back at him. Bill marked his calendar. 21 days. The time it takes an egg to hatch. Now to you, I'm sure this all seems absurd. And many others in the garden would agree. All except one. And she brought a gift, stitching tiny accessories for Bill's egg. First, she stitched a cradle for the egg. Always close, of course. Then came the beanies. A blanket, because of course an egg gets cold. The girl stayed close, stitching, smiling. Bill even enjoyed her company. But sometimes he wondered if she saw the egg the way he did, or if she was only humoring him. Bill lived in an old, abandoned community hall. Not cozy, but empty, and Bill liked it that way. Trust never came easy to Bill. The only person who could hatch this egg was himself. When it hatched, his true friend would arrive. One who'd never leave. A private little world, safe from trouble. And this is where we leave Bill.
For me, belonging means to feel a sense of calm, to not be so worried about where you're going next. Be appreciative of what you have and where you are. I think I've spent so many years of my life looking for reasons to not belong, and I feel that I'm now finally finding that this is where I belong. Having grown up in Malawi, spending most of my life in boarding school, and then in the fashion industry, a career where I was moving from country to country, I've never really settled in one place. Through creating these pieces and this current body of work, I feel like I'm ready now to honor where I've come from and who I am. This is the start of the journey. It's the first chapter in my book. When I think back to my childhood in Malawi, I do get quite emotional. It was a great time, and I remember it because the first thing I go to is my parents, who are no longer around. And I feel that they would be so proud to see me doing this and to see the work that I'm creating. It's one of the reasons why I want to go back, and I yearn for it. I need to close this chapter in order to appreciate my sense of home and sense of place. If I didn't have art, I think I would be an absolute nightmare of a person. I'll be very honest with you. Through my art, I am transforming, I'm healing, I'm working on myself. It is a way for me to represent myself and tell others a story without actually having to say anything. God, that's beautiful. Wow. Wow. This is where the magic happens. I didn't just want to tell a story by creating pieces. I wanted to tell a story by creating pieces with materials that are part of the story. Most of the materials I use are recycled and repurposed. Whether it's fabric or rubber or bottle tops, rusted metal. If I'm being honest, I've also looked in dustbins. Nothing is off limits. If I close my eyes and I think back, visualizing my life in Malawi, the first thing I think about is mud. Oh my God, look at this beautiful place. Oh my word. We have to go and have a look. This is the gold. Integrating mud in my current body of work, which is about my heritage and my identity from there, kind of connects the two continents. The time it takes me to go and collect the pigment earth and then bring it back here and prepare it for my pieces gives the work so much more meaning. Grind it, baby. The idea of going to gather and collect something gets you in touch with nature. It grounds you, it calms you. For me, it does all those things. I think we've all lost real deep, meaningful reflection time. When you're reflecting, things start to unlock. You start to think about things that in our everyday lives we are suppressing. For so long I was just creating and creating and creating, and I never had purpose. I felt that by not having purpose, I wasn't creating with meaning. The turning point in my artistic journey came when I had the opportunity to take some very big scrolls that I'm working on and hang them up and see them vertically. The people that I was with at the time were describing the work using all the words that were literally describing my heritage, who I was. Resilient, ancestral, mysterious, primitive, earthy. In that moment, it unlocked absolutely everything for me. And I brought that home with me, and it is the purpose of everything I do now. It is my reason why I've now found home. This body of work is leaving me feeling quite raw. I will sometimes sit in here and work on something and I'll end up bursting into tears. I want people to feel a sense of renewal in the pieces. For me, renewal is a form of emerging after a long battle of hardships. And you're emerging with renewal because you've transformed as a person. And that's what's happening to me. I am becoming. If you believe you have things locked away, I recommend being brave enough to want to unlock all that. Not only will you heal, but your stories will help others heal because they will relate to your stories. I think everybody should seek to explore their purpose and their heritage. I encourage you to go through that journey of extraction, go through that journey of finding out what are your barriers, what is holding you back, because when it happens and when it changes and you find that purpose, it is the most powerful, beautiful thing you will ever do for yourself.
Mum? Mum?
Oh, shit!
freezing out here. You should be out in the cold. I'm fine. What if you weren't fine? I was just getting some air. You need to be more careful. Come on, you need some sleep. I got you some flowers. They're lovely. I'll get your dad to put them in a vase for me when he gets home from work. Can you leave the door open? Sure, Mum.
Have you had a chance to work on anything?
No, I can't right now.
Well, you're on a 10, so just be sure to have something ready.
No, but I can't.
It's fine. You've done it before.
I can't do it. Can we reschedule? Mum's not well.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. Bye.
What have you done? What? What did you do? What's that? Oh my goodness! Uh-oh.
Morning, Mum.
Good morning. Thank you, darling. That's beautiful. Have you been writing?
I have. Did you want to hear it? Thoughts, feelings, emotions running through your head. How can you express them when there's so much broken roadwork in your head? The fear must be immense, being lost and alone. The tunnel is so long and dark, a glimpse of light is barely shown. I see you, my mummy. I can see your fear. That silhouette in the distance you see is also full of fear. I'm waiting to embrace you, to hold you, just as you held me. My mummy, I have loved you for so long. My shining star.
I love you too, Michelle.
And the first place goes to, for the student films, a film called Foundation.
I know for a fact that cows are the most peaceful beings on the planet. As a child, I could only have wonder and absolute love for the cows who were just doing their thing around the place. You know, for me, it was like, wow, they're great and I hope they're always here. And that was in stark contrast to the way in which they were treated by my father and the way in which he wanted me to see them. I grew up in Doon, Central Victoria, on a 1,000-acre cow farm. I would see the normal agricultural practices that Dad did, and I saw the surrounding farmers, what they did, and these are supposedly normal practices. And let's face it, I was traumatised, and I saw other kids. We'd sort of speak about it and then not speak about it, sort of thing, and then just accept it, whatever. But I think kids in farming life get traumatised by what's happening to the fellow animals around them. And, you know, as kids do, they work it out and somehow rationalise it. And then before you know it, they're adults, and a lot of them repeat what they're doing, even though they've been traumatised by what they've seen. Since that time as a child, I've always thought about working to protect the rights of cows, and that's why I started the Save a Cow Sanctuary. The Save a Cow Foundation is about rescuing cows from the slaughterhouse and also cows who are injured and sick, and it is about giving them a social life, a home life, the best life they can possibly have for the term of their natural lives. We have a beautiful 120-acre property on Queensland's Mary River, just outside Gympie. To the cows, this is their sanctuary. In human society, we put human interests first, which is wrong because we are only one of many species. To put a species who is imprisoned and getting ready to go to slaughter first is a blessing in and of itself. I really think it's difficult for other people to understand. Maybe if they could think about it like this, if their own son or daughter or mother or father was being imprisoned by someone and going to be killed, they would think it was amazing if someone could save them. But because it's a different species, I suppose people just don't have the same empathy. At the Save a Cow Foundation sanctuaries, we have cows who are as old as 30. In the meat industry, cows are murdered between a couple of days old and 2 years old, sent to the slaughterhouse. They're just babies and children. So I've saved a lot of bobby calves, and they're called bobby calves because they're worth a bob, as in they're not worth anything, because at the end of the day, in a dairy, the calves are killed because they can make more money from the milk that the mother produces and sell that milk to humans.
Cow's milk is meant for calves, the baby cows. It's not meant for us. Normally it's a day or two that they're allowed to hold on to their calves, and then calves get taken away from them. They grieve the calves, and then it all just happens again. And we've saved dairy cows at the end of their life, and they're just completely knackered. It's like a human who has 4 children, but each one of them gets taken away from them.
I feel like giving up every day with what I'm doing because it's so emotionally draining. It's like I'm in prison. My prison is having to witness and do my best for those who I can save, and having to contest with and change and try and free as many as I can.
The way I view all animals has shifted over the time that I've known Anthony, really, and had the sanctuary, because I've learnt a lot of truth about farming animals, and I suppose I've learnt about being a vegan and how you can create without those normal things in our life. It makes you see how there are so many different choices out there that you can choose that are still just as delicious.
I mean, if something incredible does happen and things turn around financially, I would like to open up sanctuaries all around the world. That's the dream. The idea is to have a place where people can come and eat vegan food, stay for the night, a place where we can make kindness real by standing up for their rights.
Let's give another round of applause for that incredible film. That was stunning. Now, are we going to have a few words? That's okay. Didn't quite make it. That is very fine. We were going to have some words from the man himself about the sanctuary. But give a massive round of applause. That was beautiful. Once again, made by a student. We have had some stunning, stunning films this evening. We have 3 more left for you. I want to remind you once again about the People's Choice voting. And I think we should kick off. Let's keep going. Charge through. Off we go.
Are you alright, buddy? Where'd you come from? All right, mate. Let's go this way. Come on.
I think people are really proud of like the tattoos they have on their body, you know, like you don't get a tattoo unless you really want it and you know it's going to be there for life.
Sorry to bother you so early in the morning.
Tell me about your tats.
I got like a lot that just my friends did on me.
So have you got any good stories?
Yeah, I do have a good story, man.
It's a big story.
Oh jeez, where do I even begin?
I like seeing other people's tattoos because I think, oh, I wonder why they got that one.
I was drunk on Koh San Road in Thailand.
I had a few too many bongs. It wasn't meant to look like that at all. It's meant to be Jesus.
It's definitely a shit tattoo, but I like it.
It's a boy band. I like it. It's Korean, K-pop.
It's my dog that died.
It's a book. I love reading.
Why do you love reading?
Because it takes you away from reality.
So what's this all about?
Self-expression.
This is the first one I ever got.
Good little reminder of my past. These ones here are just all stupid stuff.
Who's Tony?
My missus.
Motivation.
And are you a motivated person?
I am, man. Fuck yeah. At 6 a.m. I'm going to fucking school and then work.
That's called a tamuku, like multi patterns, and it's just like all my family in it.
My wife's initials and my 3 children.
Why you make so many questions?
This here is a 5T tattoo. This is the gang sign from Cabramatta. 2166, man. It's my postcode. When you're young and dumb in jail, man, you just get anything. Now I'm stuck with it for the rest of my life.
Everybody looks at the patterns and not actually like the gaps in between, which is where the actual tattoo lies.
I have depression, so I hurt myself. And then I make this to cover.
It's 2 sea turtles, which symbolises my 2 daughters.
What do they mean to you?
The world. The fact that I changed my life for them. I'm on a 6.5-year weight loss journey and I've lost 110 kilos. Nothing, I'm just emotional about it, that's all. It just means so much to me.
Honestly, I don't really like the look of my feet all that much because my toes are quite long, if I'm being honest. So I was trying to draw attention away from that, I suppose. I've named them Dimitri and Renata. It was really just a way for me to look at my feet and not think ill.
I lived on the streets for 12 years of my life. I've done 10 years jail, man. Attempted armed robbery. Let's just say I was high and I went into the bottle shop, realising it was my own nephew that I was robbing. I didn't steal anything. I was on the run for about 6 months and then I got done. Yeah, it was me with a snake knife, you know? You live by the sword, you die by the sword, mother.
I had no idea that I'd be here right now. I was weighing 190 kilos. My bio age was at a 91-year-old. Pretty much at the end of my life, so every day that I live now is a blessing.
My favourite tattoo is probably this one that I got when I was in high school after my friend passed away. It reminds me of like that time in high school when I was hanging out with him. I was 17, he was 16. He just took some pills at a party, you know, just normal young kid stuff, and he just, you know, had an accident basically. Other tattoo artists have offered to like cover it up and like make it a bit better, but I just want to keep it just like how it is. 100% it changed me as a person. I was a pretty young dude to have like a really close friend die, you know?
This one was for my nana. She passed away from cancer. She was the most immature old person I've ever met in my life. And I got this to remind myself not to take life so seriously. And I would catch all my bosses off guard and we're in like serious meetings and they'll just start pissing themselves laughing. So it works. My nana raised me. I've got a younger brother, but he was very sick when I was little, and so my parents' time was mainly consumed with him.
My most life-changing moment was when I became born again about 4 or 5 years ago now. It was very freeing, and ever since then I've had a constant peace. I could talk about God all day, so don't let me do that.
God sends us difficulties to grow. And my mother became bedridden and I had to nurse her at home, and that's when I really learned to rely on God.
I came out of a life of meth about 8 years ago. I was in an abusive relationship, so the fellow that did this tattoo, which is a koi fish, he broke my nose and I had to go home and tell my father what happened, which was a very daunting experience for me because my father is a very loving, doting man who was brought to tears by seeing his youngest daughter with 2 black eyes and a broken nose.
My youngest daughter was really sick with anorexia for many, many years. She chose to have some tattoos as part of her healing process. I went along with her and had this tattoo done. It was quite an excruciating experience. And if I hadn't been there with my daughter, I'd have probably got up and left straight away.
And my mother said to me, she literally took me out under the pretense she was taking me for a milkshake. There was no milkshake. She took me straight to rehab and was like, you're talking nonsense. And I went to rehab and I got clean and I never looked back.
What are your hopes for the future?
To find love again. I lost my love on my journey, so it's been missing in my life for 3 years now.
My secret to happiness. Surround yourself with people that have good mind, good hearts. Everything comes and goes, but you know, you always move forward, keep moving on.
It passes. It passes.
What does?
Everything. And change is inevitable and everything is temporary.
The secret to happiness is God, man. If you give your heart to the Lord will do anything for you.
When did you find God?
2 weeks ago.
It's pretty recent.
Yeah. I just thought one day, you know what? I'm sick of my heart being bad, I want to be good. I'm sick of the criminal life, I'm becoming a father. I've got twins coming in a month's time.
I try to live every day. Don't think a lot about the future. Just be happy.
Are you in love?
No. I need to learn to love myself first.
Just be around people that you love and do what you love every day.
I play at church every week, I play the organ. I love life. But I'm quite happy to lose it tomorrow.
Or now?
He rode in the Open Eights at 15, something he'd boast about well into his middle age. Gave him great joy to coach Nick and Betty's rowing teams. He was a state champion at athletics. He played tennis at a state level too. He dominated the rugby field. I reckon if he'd been born in the right country, he would have made an All Black. But more than that, he was first and foremost a dedicated husband and loving father. His family was his life, his happiness. And the many years we spent on holiday with Linda and Jeremy and the kids were some of the best memories. Jeremy was a giant amongst men, and I'll miss him. I'll miss you, mate.
Jeremy's eldest, Nick, would like to say some words.
He adored you, Bets. He was so proud of you. He'll always be a part of you. And he lives on in you and Nick. He'll always be with you.
Good words, Nick. You did him right. How's uni?
On term break.
Oh, right. Just know we're here for your mum and Betty, okay? You're like family to us. You know, you look just like him when I first met him. Yes. Sorry, you don't need me. To Jez. It's good to see you, mate.
We need to stop meeting like this.
It's you. Ty.
Yeah, scrub up well.
Very sharp.
Yeah, it's rock and roll. I can't believe you didn't take a picture. You can go.
I love that song. Nick's wearing one now, aren't you? He had his usual formal suit, but shut up, Susan.
Dad's suit.
Excuse me.
Have something to eat. Are you okay? Nick?
There you go.
Thanks.
You still playing rugby, Nick?
Just tennis.
That's good. There's more money in tennis than rugby. Geez, your dad was an amazing doubles partner. He had this serve that was unstoppable. He loved it.
I know.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, son.
Nick? Where do you want to go?
Dad.
If you want to talk.
Does it look like I want to talk?
No. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
I don't know what to say. Nick!
Can you just stop saying my name? Stop hovering around me! I don't know how to do this. I became a man without a father today, and everyone kept looking at me like I was him, or they saw him in me, and I was there in his fucking suit. I don't need you to. I could have a dad for the rest of my life. My dad, Jeremy, was an incredible man.
And that concludes our films for tonight. Let's give them all a massive round of applause. Now it is time to get onto your voting. So zoom in. I can already see lots of phones coming up here. You might not get reception, so you may have to go for a little wander, just maybe do a lap, see if you can get your vote through. We're going to take some time now to do that, so I'm going to shh and let you think about which film you want to vote for. Away you go. Voting time starts now.